Zhejiang, don't mess this up, okay? This was $185.
Sir, open the door, please.
The consulate emailed me a few days ago and said they canceled this interview.
然后我们去 California 那边，我老婆有表妹，嘿嘿。80% I get visa.
Thanks a lot, American consulate, for giving me trust issues.
Calm down.
All right, everyone, the time has finally come.
Yeah, it's time.
It is time for my beloved husband to receive his first ever US visa rejection.
What?
First ever visa interview. Just kidding, guys. Okay, let me explain. I am not trying to be mean to Asa John or something, but I want him to realize this visa is not easy to get. The US doesn't actually like to give visas to foreign spouses of US citizens unless you're from a developed country or you're from a wealthier region of a developing country, because they do acknowledge I could possibly find a rich sugar daddy in India or China or something, but Asa John doesn't give that vibe, okay? And also the region he's from will eliminate him from the pool of potential sugar daddies. So we're in a tough spot right now because the US basically assumes that almost anyone from a developing country who marries an American is going to want to immigrate. How could you not?
America is the greatest place on earth.
How could you have that opportunity and turn it down? You literally must want to immigrate. And the only reason you're applying for a visa is because you're too lazy to get a green card. So you're probably thinking, okay, we'll just get him a green card then, and then you can use the green card like a visa. Well, the problem is the green card is not a visa. The green card is for long-term permanent residency. And if you're only in the US for 2 or 3 weeks out of the year, you are gonna get your green card taken away sooner or later. It's not just me coming up with that out of nowhere. I've heard stories of people having their green cards taken. That's a humongous risk for us to take. I can't even imagine spending all of that money, spending 2 years to get him a green card. He could use it maybe 3 times and then they'll take it from him. So we're gonna play a few rounds of visa Russian roulette, hopefully just 1 round. But if he gets rejected, we will go at it a few more times over the next year or 2 because the green card situation is such a mess.
All we need is for the person at the interview window to actually believe that we love our life here in China and we're just going back to the US for a couple weeks to visit my family.
But it's so hard to convince them.
There's also a lot of demand for interview slots, and you can't just grab one whenever you want. I actually submitted Asa John's application in September while we were in the middle of our North China bike tour. And no, the part where I actually filled out the application is not part of the vlog because that was such a miserable process. I never want to go through that again. Not even in a vlog form. Anyway, let's go back in time a few months to the very beginning of this quest for a US visa. We're out here biking through the grasslands, and he's got his little headphones and listening to a live stream giving advice about the US visa application. Wherever we are, whatever we're doing, he is thinking about that visa. 你们可多次。
问你一些问题，如果他把你的护照退回来了，那么你的签证就没有过。如果他给你一张这样的粉色单子，那么说明你的签证被批准了，然后你的护照呢就会被收走。过几天呢，他会用快递给你邮寄回来，
对吧？
然后我的这个护照大概是。
然后在评论区看到了有人这么说：“我2次都被拒了。”然后他今年无奈从巴哈马坐船过来的。美国来的，好的，欧巴来的，那这个想法可以吗？还有一件事，虽然人家已经过了签证，然后去你国家那边的海关还不让过，还把你拉到小黑屋里面，然后问各种问题，你为什么来，什么什么什么，然后好多人被遣返。
Ah, yes, what a great time to be applying for a visa for him. The time when even if you get the visa, they still might not let you in the country once you've already arrived on US soil, which is unhinged. So people have been asking why I would apply for him at this time at all, and it's because I don't think things are going to improve anytime soon.
根据美国移民和国际法，你不符合，现在我的也是可能这样吗？
那你做好心理准备。
我不想要这样的结果呀！
兄弟们，到美国了啊！不出俺们所料啊，果然在小黑屋待了3个小时啊，盘问了一大堆啊，然后查你的手机，看你的抖音，看你的快手啊，特别是我的快手啊，里面都是乱七八糟的东西啊，把他们惊呆了啊
What the f***, man?
And as we made our way through the autumn grassland, we stumbled into a vintage car parked, patrolled by this guy on a horse, who was kind enough to let us in to wander around. Okay, so these abstract little things here are cool,
But what really lured me in was the police car. There's an American police car here. So at first I was thinking like, is this really a police car, or they just take a regular car and paint the police logo on it? But actually it has the remains of a sticker that looks pretty legit. Time to practice for when Ace-chan goes to the US and inevitably gets captured by ICE. All right, hop in.
No.
警察叔叔会把你扔到地上按你啊，你要乖乖的那种，对吧？跟我说 OK。 对，乖乖的上车。
Why, sir? Sir! Open the door, please! Sir! Sir! No, no! No, please!
The next month, we took a trip back to Hangzhou, first for a conference, then for Ace-jan's visa. So consumed was I in the conference that I almost forgot about this visa business altogether. That is, until Ace-jan's mock interview.
我们生活在中国。
他住在中国，他住中国多久了？
已经7、8年了。
所以你是想去那边，做什么？
跟他父母见面，然后跟他朋友聚一聚，就是差不多这样。
This mock interview made me realize just how unprepared Ace-jan was for this situation. Although he'd binged-watched countless hours of visa advice live streams, the moment he himself actually had to describe our circumstances to an interviewer, all of his charm and confidence and whatever went out the window. Fortunately, we still had 3 days left, so Ace-jan entered interview practice bootcamp mode, and I was busy with post-conference activities, i.e. showing some of the guests around Hangzhou, because they came so far to get here, don't spend the whole time indoors.
Our international guests are loving the nightlife.
A small group of conference attendees even came to my beloved home of Baijiang to learn about the bamboo processing industry.
Look cute for the vlog.
Yeah.
She said it's not going to be good because it hasn't boiled long enough. It might not be good. You won't die, it might just be really tough. Baijiang local snack. It took half a year to make this.
Half a year.
It's an ancient type of pillow called the bamboo lady, and you would lean on it at night while you're sleeping, and because of the way it's designed, it's very cool, unlike a fabric pillow that would like hold in heat. We have been having a lovely day showing our guests from Nepal all around Baijiang, showing them our bamboo industries and our school and our bamboo art and our bamboo ladies. But I can't stop thinking about Ace-jan's visa interview. It's literally tomorrow. It's like consuming me. Like I'm probably more anxious about this thing than he is, and he is the one who's actually gonna go in and do the interview. I'm not even allowed to be inside. I have to wait for him outside. I'm just like thinking about it. Like, oh my gosh, Ace-jan's visa interview is in 18 hours. Oh my gosh, at this time tomorrow, I'm gonna know whether to get the visa or not. Like I can't stop thinking about it.
And while I'd been busy showing our lovely international guests around, Ace-jan had been perfecting his answers to the interview questions.
我们元旦之后，我们一家人一起去 Florida， 然后我们去 California 那边，我老婆有表妹。I'm so excited. I'm looking forward.
Y'all, this situation is stressing me out so much. We are gonna go out on a nice little bike ride and let nature take all our troubles away.
I'm sure you guys know that Ace-jan and I love Dahan folding bikes because we've been taking them all over North China for the past few months. And this orange stallion here is one of my favorite models, the P8.
Over 1 million P8 bikes have been sold all around the world, and they're popular for a reason. Of course, a lot of people know about folding bikes for commuting, which they are super convenient for, but they can do so much more than just that.
As a vlogger and a curious spirit, I'm always bouncing around between rural and urban areas and exploring far-flung corners of China in various different provinces. Having a folding bike maximizes flexibility, so you can enjoy the bustling city life one moment and set off on a spontaneous trip to the middle of nowhere the next moment.
Of course, it's not just about convenience. Dahan bikes are also a super comfortable ride.
The thickened chromoly steel frame provides excellent shock absorption, and the Dahan V technology further enhances its performance. With 8 gears and puncture-resistant tires, you can effortlessly take on all sorts of road conditions and terrains.
It's not just a mode of transportation and a way to relax and explore. It's also a form of low-carbon transport.
Yeah, road tripping by car can be fun, but to me, nothing beats the wind blowing in your face and the feeling of covering vast landscapes with just your own 2 feet.
So what are you waiting for? Get in on the hype. Let Dahan show you a whole new world. From the city to the countryside, you can see so many cool and interesting things when you get yourself a folding bike.
And that evening, it was time to get on a train and head to Shanghai.
We're in Shanghai. Asa John's interview is 13 hours away.
The most fitting meal to have the night before the US visa interview. Asa John's actually a very picky eater, but he loves Five Guys. Last night before the interview, I'm like consumed with anxiety, like thinking about everything that could possibly go wrong. He is just like totally chill.
Hungry.
He's like, yeah, I got this, whatever. He is very confident that he will nail this interview.
Calm down. Yeah?
Calm down. You know you're the anxious one in the relationship when the person who actually has to do the thing is telling you to calm down.
Like, I know he's the one doing the interview, but I'm responsible for preparing all the paperwork that they might look at, and they also might not, but they might look at it. So it has to be perfect.
So the first document is a letter from my parents inviting him to come to their house and spend Christmas together. The second one is a letter from me because I'm not allowed in the office with him. And the third document is our financial records. And like, I don't have to prepare any of this. Like, I could just send him in there just like completely naked with no papers whatsoever. I just didn't want to take the risk of them being like, hey, do you have an invitation letter? Or hey, do you have like some information about your wife? Or like, hey, let me see your financial records. And he's like, oh, sorry, I don't. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. So yeah, we prepared all of that. Of course, you actually could make fake anything, so they could literally think that any of this is fake. You know, it's so complicated, guys. Like, seriously, I hate this. I just want this to be over.
We're in the print shop, and of course, I can't just print the things out immediately. I've got to nitpick out a million little details and read them over again like 5 more times, and then change this and change that and add this photo and add that photo. The background music is not from my video, by the way. It's the owner of the shop watching who knows what. I didn't put that music in, okay?
We are on the final stages of this miserable experience. It's 11 p.m. I've finally printed out everything. Cool, yeah.
特朗普重返白宫的就职典礼，日本妻子和大女儿强调后，这位一直待在他身边的小儿子巴勒也因为帅气外貌与高挑身材，成为媒体镁光灯另一个注目的焦点人物。如今的他已经不再是当年那位海特吉。
这个巴伦真的是好帅了，我一辈子到现在没吃过一点苦饭，好可怜啊！
And of course we need this. We don't have them in the US, but I'm sure the consulate knows what it is. Actually, these caused a lot of unexpected confusion in one of my vlogs. Everyone was like, what is that? Is that a Chinese passport? Did you like switch citizenship? It is a marriage license.
老董，你觉得你会拿这个签证吗？
80% I get visa. 20% maybe I cannot.
Despite the odds not really being in our favor, Asa John remained very optimistic. And that night, we went through the mock interview questions one last time.
穿过到处跑，给全世界宣传我们的大美中国。
你不要把我们说的太漂泊的状态，对吧？如果我们真的是到处跑的话，我们很可能跑着跑着就跑到美国了。就是你一定要说明一点，是我们在中国找到了自己的家。All right, that is enough, everyone. It is late. He needs his beauty sleep, so he's all refreshed and energized for tomorrow's interview. So, say goodnight.
See you guys.
Anyway, send us good vibes. I know it's already happened by the time this video goes live, but just send the vibes anyway, and maybe they will travel back in time. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow morning.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Ace-John's interview is 2 hours away.
Seattle.
He's still practicing the names of all the places that are on our itinerary. Fit check. Look at him in his cute little shirt, cute little jeans. He looks very well kempt with a little bit of ethnic minority flair over here. Let's go. We're staying a 15-minute walk away from the interview location. Lovely morning here in Shanghai.
Lovely sunshine. I'm feeling I can get visa. I'm not nervous now. Because I'm ready. Virginia. Let's go.
We're here, everyone. You can tell because there's a giant swarm waiting outside.
He's in there, guys. He has been swallowed by the abyss. Yes, I'm just sitting on a curb here because there's literally nowhere to go. He's not allowed to bring his phone in there, so once he comes out, he has no way to contact me, so that's why everyone is just like lined up here. There are no chairs, there's no like little room to sit in. You're just out on the street like a rat. I'm just here in this limbo. The Schrodinger's visa. Did he get the visa or not? Is he doing his interview right now? What is he doing? Is he gonna mess up some paperwork? I'm like waiting for him to suddenly pop up behind me and be like, wait, we're missing this thing, and then we gotta go run to the print shop and get it, but it hasn't happened yet.
It's been 40 minutes since Ace-John disappeared into the abyss.
He's been in there for 2 hours now.
For anyone who's confused, he is not receiving a 2-hour-long interview. There are just a lot of people.
From the huge crowd that was here an hour ago, it has dwindled down to just these last few of us waiting.
And then finally, he emerged. I knew the odds were against us, but he'd been so optimistic this entire time. It was making me question myself. Like, does he know something that I don't? I kind of half expected him to get the visa. It just seems so unfair for him to not get it. I've gotten to learn so much about him from visiting his hometown and meeting his extended family. No matter how many conversations we have about life in Xinjiang or phone calls with his relatives, nothing can compare to actually living it myself. And I want him to have that kind of immersive experience in the place where I came from, the place that made me who I am. Sure, I can show him American movies and have him video chat with my friends, but it's not the same. He deserves the chance to stay in my childhood home, walk down the streets I grew up on, experience our family reunions in my grandma's hometown, and celebrate holidays together in the most authentic way. As much as I knew the odds were against us, I just really didn't want to believe that he wouldn't get this visa.
So after all of that, they think he wants to immigrate. 你们聊了多久呀？
聊了1分钟差不多。
1分钟。There you have it.
You're eligible for a green card technically, but you're also not eligible, and then you should be able to get a tourist visa, right? No, you can't really, because they'll just tell you to go get a green card, and then you're just stuck in this limbo like forever and ever. Look at this poor thing. Look at him. I can't believe they said no to this face, but they did. They said no to this face.
We still had a couple months left until I'd be returning to the US for Christmas, so we decided to give it one last try. Meanwhile, Ace-John and I continued our North China bike tour, and it was midway through our journey through Shanxi province that we received the email from hell. Ace-John's interview had been cancelled, and all slots for Shanghai were completely full for the rest of December. So I had to cancel his entire application and resubmit it for Wuhan. We continued on our bike tour for another week or so, blissfully unaware that a disaster was brewing for his Wuhan interview as well. We arrived in the city of Linfen, which marked the end of the Shanxi section of our bike tour. We got on the train and returned to Hangzhou, enjoyed some lovely fall weather, and then it was time to head to Wuhan.
So Ace-John is not in a very good mood today, unfortunately. It is not like the previous time where he was all bubbly and happy and cheerful and thought he had an 80% chance of getting that visa. He is just not in a good mood today. So I don't know how it's gonna go, because last time he was literally the most cheerful little sunshine in the world, and then that visa officer stepped on him and squashed him, and now his eyes have been opened to the cruelty of this world. 我们去武汉，过2天回来。对对。Guys, I have really unfortunate news. I just got a call from the consulate in Wuhan. They canceled his interview because they said that I filled something out wrong. I scheduled him for Shanghai. His interview got canceled. Like, they just canceled it because, oh, we're not doing interviews at that time anymore, reschedule. So I rescheduled him for Wuhan, and just somewhere along this process, just like something got messed up. And they were like, reschedule for the afternoon of the 5th, but how? Because technically the 5th is full.
The process of switching an applicant to a different interview location is not very straightforward, and somehow I messed it up. The lady on the phone said we could reschedule to the 5th, and that was the only information I had. So we decided to go to Wuhan anyway, find an agent in person, and get them to help fix this.
第一次被拒的时候特别难受，然后这次我也感觉心里已经有数了，感觉充分的准备好了。
那你觉得这次有多大的可能会通过呢
？60%吧。
He is noticeably less peppy than he was the first time. Morale is very low.
The next morning, we found an agent who'd be able to help us, but only after Asejan's interview time passed and his account was unlocked.
She actually called the consulate. They're allowed to call the consulate. We plebes are not. And the person at the consulate was like, oh yeah, sorry, you can't fix that. You're just gonna have to wait. They lock down your account 3 days before your interview. And the person called me yesterday. And I just wish they had told me that in the first place. Like, if you're gonna go through the effort of calling me, why would you not give me the right information and be like, hey, something's messed up, his account's locked, wait a couple days till his interview passes, and then reschedule him, you're gonna be at the bottom of the pile, sucks to be you. Like, literally, why would you not just say that?
Since Wuhan is the least popular interview destination, we knew we could reschedule him relatively quickly as long as his account unlocked on time. Wuhan is also a lot farther away from Hangzhou than Shanghai is, so it would have been really expensive and a waste of time to go back and forth again. We were stuck in this weird limbo of not knowing when we'd ever be able to leave, when we'd reschedule his interview, when the interview would finally happen, but at least Asejan has some friends in Wuhan that showed us a good time. And every day, we ate our sorrows away with giant heaping plates of delicious Uyghur food. And it worked wonders on cheering up Asejan. Wuhan actually has a huge Uyghur community, and not only are there tons of delicious, authentic restaurants, there are even grocery stores that feel as though they were copy-pasted from Asejan's hometown.
Not them. There are some Uyghur people in Hangzhou. There are some Uyghur restaurants, but it's nothing like this. This is the public grazing zone. I wonder if they ever actually make any sales from this section, or if the customers just stand there and nibble at it. They even have sheep testicles. Have you ever eaten a sheep testicle?
Yeah, I've never. I don't like it.
Being welcomed by the local Uyghur community made our stay in this visa limbo land a lot more enjoyable. Despite the visa situation looming in the back of my mind, we still had a pretty good time in Wuhan.
Look who's home. Look who's here with a new haircut. Look at him all fresh for his interview. Look at this handsome thing. He's ready for his interview that could be tomorrow, it could be 5 days from now, it could be a week from now, we don't even know. But he's ready.
Eventually, his account was unlocked and his interview was rescheduled for 6 days after the original date.
Oh man.
3打10 5打6打7打8。
是Asajantin 역시.
完蛋。
Christmas is right around the corner, and we're still not sure if I'm gonna be able to take Ace-John home for the holidays. We still don't know. We're gonna have to wait another 4 days for his interview. And I actually am not gonna be staying here for that entire time because I have other things to do in Hangzhou. I can't just be here forever and ever and ever. So I'm actually going back tomorrow morning. I'm abandoning my beloved husband here in Wuhan. He's fine, he's got a blood to keep him company, and he's been enjoying having noodles and kebabs and rice pilaf every single day. Like, he's having the time of his life, so he's gonna just stay here and wait for his interview.
See you in Hangzhou.
Bye bye.
Waiting my good news.
Yeah, I'll be waiting. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
And he got rejected.
我都给他看了我们的自媒体，然后我们已经定居了在杭州的县。哎，他就是那个样子。他说不好意思，没有变化，就是结果一样的，对吧？晓得的。然后我已经说了，我们已经定居在杭州了，我们生活在杭州。我媳妇儿有2年的工作签证，不想给就是不给，对吧？不管我说什么都没有用，好像我已经努力了。
Ace-John got rejected again. After waiting in Wuhan for a week, after having his interview canceled 2 times, he was rejected in just a couple of minutes. He brought so many materials that would very easily explain that we are living a happy life here and don't want to leave, but they just won't look at them. They wouldn't look at them last time, and they wouldn't look at them this time. You need to change something in your next application, or you're just going to keep getting rejected. But it's like, change what? Get divorced? Cancel our rental contract? What do you want from us? But I also don't want to be stuck with a future where my husband cannot travel to my home country, because that's insane. That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's that. He got rejected. I'm going to the US alone.
I don't want to sink thousands of dollars into a green card that he'll probably get rejected for because I don't even live in the US. And even if he does get it, as long as we're living abroad, he's not really eligible to keep it long term. So we're just going to keep trying for this visa over and over and over again, until someday we get someone at the interview window who actually listens to him and believes him.
We are here in Pudong Airport, and I wanted to take him back with me to celebrate Christmas together, but the consulate said no. I'm going to the US for a month. He is going back to Kashgar for a month. We will reconvene at the end of January.
I hope I get my visa next year. See you guys.
See you in the next vlog.
Yeah.
The fall is coming. I can